See sunset over there. Sun's starting to go in now. Ooh, got all the birds. For some reason, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but there's loads of birds just congregated outside of the house. Right on the top. I don't know if the camera can see that though, to be honest. But they are flying around up there. So one thing that's quite special to me in my garden is when I was leaving for maternity, I used to run a group in my old job, and the ladies who attended made me this. Basically, it's kind of like a wishing, I don't know what you actually call them, but basically you put good wishes and good vibes on them, and then you're supposed to hang them in the wind so that those good thoughts and wishes kind of float around, around the earth, around the universe. And it was just really nice thing that they did. I think originally I wasn't at the group when these were made. I was off poorly, but it was just nice that they actually took the time to do it for me, and they wrote some like little wishes on there and then decorated it, and I've put it outside here. Ooh, there's a bee. I've put it outside here. That was such a calming take before I did that. I put it out here because then the wind can catch it, and then those good vibes and everything can go off into the wind and everything. But I wanted it to be a little bit protected, and obviously under here there's obviously a little bit of protection from the rain and everything, but it's done really well. It's survived all the snow, which I'm pretty happy about. I knew if I did that on camera, it wouldn't go as smoothly as it usually does. There we go. Just gonna cleanse my face and remove my makeup with this. My mascara is not waterproof at all. Right. This product for me is a massive, I can't, honestly, it's just such a massive impact for me because I have such sensitive skin that finding something that actually removes my makeup without being allergic to it, there you go, you get to see what it looks like, that actually removes the makeup without drying my skin out, giving me skin allergies and stuff, is such a good thing. And it's such a rare thing to find, because honestly, like, honestly, you just don't get products like that these days. And I used to really struggle to actually remove my makeup without having something that irritated my skin. This does not irritate my skin at all. So this is an oil-based cleanser, and that's what I use on my first removal, the first one. But I've always been told to double cleanse when you're taking off makeup, and you go in with like a makeup melting cleansing milk cream rather than just an oil. I tend to use this more on my eyes because my eyes get quite sensitive, and I feel like oil sometimes can kind of makes the ducts kind of stick a little bit, get a bit blocked, and you can go a little bit blurred visioned. And there we go, it's all been removed properly. So there will be a clip in this week's video where my eye makeup was not removed very well, and that is partly because I didn't double cleanse and I didn't have the products with me because I was at my family's house. But I do genuinely believe that both of these products work really well together. If I was only going to use one, I'd probably go to the oil cleansing one, just because it tends to get a lot more makeup off on my face than this one, but this one is a lot better for my eyes and I'm not blurred. I did read up on this because at first I was worried it was an allergy, but then I read that actually it's just that oil can get stuck in your tear ducts, which can kind of blur your eye for a little bit until it kind of washes away. So that's why I go for more of a cream one, so that my eyes aren't getting irritated by the oil, but apparently it's a normal thing. Good morning. So it's the morning after the skincare. I have decided today to not put any makeup on. I might put a little bit of mascara on, just because I actually prefer it when I have mascara on and it's lifting my lashes up. But apart from that, I'm going to have a plain day, because I'm so sad, because I thought the weather was going to be really nice today because we had a beautiful day yesterday. I vlogged it, you guys saw it, and today it's gone back to its usual crappy self. So I'm a bit disappointed. I thought it was going to be like a little bit nicer. So yeah, I'm just going to put a little bit of mascara on. Little man went down for a sleep about 20 minutes ago, so I had a shower and I've dried my hair. So I'm going to just get myself a little bit ready, and then I'm going to do some household stuff today. Nothing super exciting. Also, I need to empty the dehumidifier because it is full of water, so I need to do that. And I've got loads of washing to sort out today as well. So I'm going to do that, but there seems to be some activity outside at the minute. There seems to be something with flashing lights, so I'm going to check what's going on outside. Sneak peek through the blinds. This is what happens when you're away for a few days and you don't do baby washing. It all piles up. Also, something that I'm going to do today is I'm going to prep Finn's baby bed in his bedroom. Not for him to move into, because he's only 5 months old, and I don't feel like he's at a stage yet where he can do that. But I'm going to set it up so that when he has naps through the day, he can start to sleep in that room, in that bed, so that he can get used to it. I feel quite comfortable doing that because I live on one floor. There's no upstairs and downstairs here. So literally I can see him in the bedroom and I can hear him because I'm around. So I think it would be good for him to get used to that bed and that room, and it'll also be good for me to kind of get used to him staying in another room for a little bit, but only when he has his naps and stuff. But I need to set that up today. So it doesn't get more realistic than this. So Finn's playing on the playmat, I'm sat on the floor. I've now got all the washing up on the clothing horse or on radiators. I seem to have lost loads of Finn's vests. I don't know where they've all gone, but I've nearly run out. So they're all on the radiators. The sun is trying to break through, but I don't think it's going to be that successful. But I'm trying to get him to play with this. So this is like a teether thing for him to kind of chew on. He just doesn't seem very interested. He's just discovered a rattle, but he keeps taking it to his face too much. So I'm having to kind of learn him not to just do this. Just like, but I think he's doing. He's kind of grasped that he needs to do it gentle. Gentle. Yeah. But he seems to be getting more interested in toys now that actually light up or make sounds and interact with him, rather than just kind of like rattles and stuff. Like these were more interesting to him when he was like newborn. Ooh, but this is definitely interesting to him at the moment. It's weird though, isn't it? I think until you've actually had a baby, you don't know what toys they're going to interact with best. Yeah. Yeah. So we're just having a little play, and then on his next sleep, so I've done the washing, which is good. On his next sleep, I'm going to tidy his room up, which will be good. And if he wakes up during that time, after his bottle, I'll put his play mat down in the bedroom and we can go in there and do stuff. Because we need to get stuff done, don't we? So I've just been outside for a walk, which was lovely. The first time I've actually been able to go for a walk 2 days in a row because the weather's been so nice and pleasant. I don't care what anyone says, in my mind spring's here. I know it probably doesn't happen officially till like the 14th or the 15th, or maybe I've got that wrong. But now that I've come back, Finn was awake for the majority of the walk, and he fell asleep just before we got back in, so he's having a little nap. So I'm going to start on the bedroom now. So I'm going to get everything kind of sorted, and I actually found a toy that lights up and makes noise, so I'm going to get that out for when he wakes up, because I was saying earlier that Finn seems to be more interested in toys that are making noises at the minute, so I'm going to get that out and I'm going to get it ready for him. I think the problem with our house is we don't have a lot of room, so I've been actually using a lot of the actual cot to put like nappies and wipes, because the changing mat, it's a bit messy because I'm doing it now, but the changing mat, essentially I've been using that as like a store area, so I'm moving stuff around, but I'm trying to think of where I can put some bits where it's easy to reach. So I need somewhere where if I need another pack of wipes or some nappies, they're like within grabbing distance, because I don't want to leave there. So I'm going to have to think about that. So the update on the bedroom. So this is now the second day that I've been in here. I have not finished it. The reason for that is because if I had all day to myself, then I probably could whiz through everything and get it done within a few hours. But that has not happened, because obviously little man wakes up and then I go and obviously feed him and play with him. I also had loads of laundry to do yesterday, so other things are getting in the way, but it wasn't an urgent job, so I've come back to it today. So the good news is that the bedding's all on now. I've got my caddy sorted out next to my changing mat, and I'm also going to move a few bits over here to the drawers, but I'm doing it. It just needs like probably a 30-minute effort and it'll be done. So you're probably wondering why I'm having to move everything round. Well, the problem is where we live is we don't have a lot of space. For 2 people we were fine, but for 3 people it suddenly became very, very difficult and very, very quickly full. So what happened was I bought a bed frame that has its own changing mat on it, so it moves along like this. And we weren't using the big bed when he was born. He sleeps in the side cot next to me. But we were using this, so we built it and we use this to change him on, through the day, evening, even sometimes at night time, when he was having feeds and he was really awake and he wasn't sleepy, I'd change him on this mat and stuff. But obviously now he's getting to 5.5 months. I'm not going to put him straight in here at 6 months, not until he's sleeping through properly. It can be very 50-50 with Finn at the moment, so I don't want to push him while he's not ready. But at the same time, I want him to do a couple of naps in here through the day, just so that he gets used to this room and that he gets used to sleeping in this bed. So I'm currently moving everything that was in here. I just paused because Ryan caught me vlogging. So I used to have everything in here. So in here we'd have the nappies, we'd have the nappy bags, the wipes, everything that we needed to change him was here. Because if you've ever been a first time parent, you know that changing a newborn is very, very challenging and you just need everything at your beck and call. You don't want to be having to pick the baby back up and going and getting stuff. So we put it all in here, and the mattress was fine because it was covered and it was protected, so everything was fine. So it was used as a little table. But now that he needs the bed, we're having to getting rid of everything. So what I've done is I will show you in a this is my semi-solution. I have got his caddy, which was on the side, and I have hung it with a hanger to the end of the bed. He's not sleeping at this side and he's not at a point where he'll be able to grab this yet. And it's only just for now. And I've put everything that he needs in the caddy, so wipes, nappies, bags, and then his bath products were there. But it's just so that when he's been changed, you don't have to leave or pick him back up. You can just pick up what you need and do it there. So that's what I'm just trying to do. I'm trying to sort it out so that everything's at your fingertips. And then over here, this is how messy it is at the minute. These are all going to be donated or moved around, and these will be recycled. But it's just stuff that was hanging around, like we had wipes in boxes, so I've taken them all out. And then here I'm just sorting out his clothes. So some of these are too small, so I'm going to sort them out. And then I've also got a few of these that need donating as well. So literally after I started doing that video, Finley woke up. So he's gone back down, so I'm restarting again. So I'm moving everything around, it's all going in a flow. All the bags that were on the floor have gone now, so it's just tidying up this bit. But like I said before, we don't have the luxury of space, and when you have a kid, you need space. And the other thing that I've noticed is that if you don't if you don't stay on top of it. Sorry, I'm very red faced today. That's when I mentioned the skin thing, it don't come up in certain lights, but it seems to do in this one. I get very red, like blush skin here. But yeah, I think the thing is like when you're trying to kind of get everything done, like it can be really, really difficult with a child, and you need to keep on top of everything because you know things just start getting in a little pile, and then you need to do something else, and you need to just get it done. So I'm nearly done now. I'm nearly done. So fingers crossed in the next 15 minutes I can go do something else. So it's probably the day after the last clip that I did. I'd got Finley's room finished, which was good. I'm still not happy with the kind of I've just got a piece of hair just stuck out there. Anyway, whatever. Basically I have still a little bit stuck with the situation of where I want to put things in terms of nappies and stuff. So I've ordered like a little caddy thing that I can fasten to the back of the cot. Hopefully that will come either today or tomorrow, I don't know. But for now, at the moment, I'm going to make a lemon cake. So I've got my tin and everything ready, but I'm going to try and make a minimalistic one. So I'm going to try and only use a few ingredients because I don't like recipes where you have to use loads and loads of stuff for baking. So I'm going to try and use 4 from memory and see if I can remember how to do it and see what it turns out like. So it's now in the oven, but this is what happens when I bake. I'm absolutely covered in stuff. This is why I should wear a pinny. But it's now in the oven. I'm just waiting for it to cook. It's got 12 minutes on it now, so I'm going to see what it looks like when it comes out. So that's it finished, the lemon loaf. Also well done to me for actually showing the end result of something on a video. But there it is. Later on I'm going to add a little bit of lemon juice on the top to let that soak in. I would have put icing sugar on if I'd have had some, but I don't. So it's going to be very lemony dessert. But I think we've got some cream, so you could always have put a bit of cream with it. But there it is. And that was 4 ingredients. I did add honey. I added 2 teaspoons of honey, and it's really nice. And it smells nice. I'm currently actually sat outside. This is something I've never done before in the whole time that I've lived here. I've actually just come out and sat on the step because it's not raining, but unfortunately it is a bit colder today than it has been the last few days. So I was debating whether to put the lemon cake thing in the vlog because it didn't really taste like a cake. When it came out, it was a lovely consistency and it was lovely and moist, but it tasted more like bread than an actual cake. Now, I think it's because we're so used to eating sugar that we're not used to like natural ingredients, because there was honey in it. But to me, it tasted more savoury than it did. Well, not savoury, I don't know how to explain it, but it wasn't something that you'd eat for dessert, we'll put it like that. But then Ryan made a really good point that it actually tasted quite nice with yogurt and fruit, so it would make quite a nice breakfast dish. And I've definitely made something similar before where it actually tasted of a lemon cake, so I don't know if maybe that ingredients and stuff had sugar in it, but it tasted more like a breakfast thing because, like I say, there was no sugar in it, like only natural occurring ones and some honey, and I didn't put loads of honey in. So actually for breakfast it probably would be an okay breakfast. And you could maybe swap the flour with oats, I suppose, if you wanted to make it even more better for your stomach. So it was alright. And it was an experiment. And like I say, other than 2 lemons, everything else I had in the cupboard. So it wasn't really like I'd used loads of different ingredients. And it would definitely be something that I would eat for breakfast with a bit of yogurt. Ryan did eat it with yogurt and stuff, but I just left it to him, and I just had a sandwich for lunch and stuff. But I'm currently just sat out here getting some fresh air, but it is really cold, and it's just so, I don't know if you'll be able to see, to be honest. It's just so grey. Yeah, not good. Gone back cold. I wanted to go back to how it was the other day. My daffodils are out though. I don't know if I've actually filmed them. So I will turn it around and show you the daffodils in a minute. But I'm going to go back in now and I'm going to rearrange the bottom of my wardrobe because as I've been walking around, I've been picking up the odd bit and bop for Finley for his birthday and for Christmas time and everything, and it's all just kind of stuffed in the bottom of my wardrobe, so I want to organise it a little bit more. So that's what I'm going to do in a minute. At the minute I'm just taking in the bird song and the sound of the dryer. Our dryer is in our garden, so it's quite noisy. It's not noisy, but you can hear it go click every so often. So yeah, that's what I'm currently doing. So there are the daffodils. We've got some here and then we've got some over here in this bush. And then this is one of my sprigs of lavender. It turned out that 2 of them managed to survive, but then I realised there's one here. So that one's been quite sneaky and just kind of grown unexpectedly, which is nice, but it's weird that 3 of them have just suddenly decided to appear. So I'm going to have lavender there, there, and here. But the other ones must have not survived because I just can't see anything. But there was definitely 6 sprigs of lavender that went in, unfortunately, and they just didn't make it. I planted these last year. I'm quite impressed with these. They were like this big when they came, they were tiny, and now that's growing quite lovely and red, and so is that one. Not as big, but the problem with that one is the bottom part of it fell down last year, and it's growing like wonky, so it's actually growing that way. But I do like them because if I just take a step back, they just add a little bit of colour, which is nice. But I'm wanting something for there, and I'm wanting something for here. So any suggestions, let me know. So I got this off Amazon. So this is like a little mini caddy to put your stuff in. So I'm going to put my stuff, like my nappies, in this little caddy. I'm hoping it doesn't slide down, but I don't want to put it up here because I'm worried about like little man getting it. But I'm hoping it will hold a couple of nappies in it, just so that I can put in the actual caddy some wipes. Hello everybody. So I wanted to come on and end this vlog kind of nicely because this vlog has been a little bit confusing. Basically, getting a week content together has been really difficult because I've had a lot of stuff going on, and some of it I felt like I've just not had time to kind of vlog and stuff. It can be really hard when you're going around with a little person, you're carrying them, you're carrying the car seat, you're carrying all their essentials, and then you've got your handbag. It can be really, really difficult to record content when you're out and about. So this week has been really busy, but it's just ended on a really, really nice note. It's Mother's Day today as I'm recording this, and I've just been out for a Mother's Day lunch, which was really nice, and it was just a really nice first one. And I think I can imagine that for everybody the first Mother's Day feels very special when you are a mum and you've not been one before, and it's kind of like, ooh, I get to celebrate this now, which is really lovely. I got some really lovely gifts. My partner got me a little, I love sheep, I do like sheep, and there's these little felt woolly sheeps that are like a collection, and one of them has like had like a little balloon that said mum, and he got me that for Mother's Day from Finley. And then my mum, bless her, got me a little hamper of bits and bobs. I will insert a clip of the little outfit that she bought for Finley. But she also got me a mum mug, which is what I've been wanting for ages. Um, I wanted one when he was born, but obviously I was very grateful for what everybody got me. There was some lovely stuff, but I really wanted a mum mug, and mum got me one for Mother's Day, which is lovely. She also got me a really cute frame to put a picture in, and she also got me some mum socks, which I don't think you'll see them on video, but they say mum on them, which is nice. And also she got me like a cute little fashion necklace to wear with M on, because she thought it was good that it meant M for Meg and M for mum. Well, I'm mama to Finley at the moment. That might change because I'm just trying to get him to say mama. Um, but yeah, it was really, really lovely to have a little surprise like that. She also bought me, as a running joke, I'll show you that probably on the next vlog, she bought me like a plushie flowers, because I'm not very good at plants and things like that. Like, I don't have a good reputation for lifespan and things like that. So it was really, really nice. And they both got me lovely cards as well, so I felt very happy and very content, and just have Finley there, it was lovely. So I'm sorry that this vlog is a little bit mishmashy, but I hope you still enjoy it. And I will see you on the next vlog.